এই তোদের সাউন্ড আছে তো কুসুমিকা? আচ্ছা সাউন্ড টেনে থাকবে, তুইও শুনে নে। কুসুমিকা আসে নাই, ভালো হয়েছে। ওকে, we will learn about sound today. Okay. Hey, बंद करो, लाइव स्ट्रीम ऑन है. Close. Everybody keep your phone inside. Okay, now you listen to me. So we will begin a new chapter of physics today, and the name of the chapter is sound. It's I don't know, it's a kind of Italian plus American accent. Let me clean the, okay, I cleaned it. Okay, thank you for tolerating my mustache. It went too close to the camera, right? Okay, so you want me to talk in American accent? Would you like that? Or I should be speaking in Indian accent? Pakistan accent? Pakistani accent is you see, you insult Pakistan and all, don't do that. Our Muhammad Azharuddin was there, who was Indian captain. Okay, so he was asked once by Greek Chapel or a young chapel or somebody after their own. Okay, so he was asked, yes, the Indian captain Muhammad Azharuddin. So today you have a scintillating win over the South Africans, and this was a big run chase, and you have won the Coca-Cola Cup. What have you to say about the performance of the boys? Azharuddin: I think the boys played well. I think the boys batted well, fielded well, and bowled well. Thank you. Muhammad Azharuddin. Now, he was a great fielder and a very good batsman. Okay, fine. I would like to talk about what? Sound. Okay, sound. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So you know what sound is? Can you hear my sound?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sound. To teach sound, I would like to play my guitar. Would you like that?
Of course.
Go get my guitar.
Jana.
You want me to play the guitar and you are saying Jana Jana? Matlab what you are saying? To me? Jana?
No.
Niche ye tera guitar. Okay, fine. So this is the guitar, okay? How many strings are there? Six. One. Do you know when I plug this string, what happens? Sound comes out, but why you know? Due to the vibration. Yes, obviously due to the vibration. But can you tell me, when I'm plucking this string and when I'm plucking this string, both the strings sound differently, isn't it? Both of them are vibrating. Which is why sound is produced. Sound is produced from any vibrating body. Sound is produced from any vibrating body, or conversely, if you have to say, if you have to produce sound, you have to vibrate. You have to hit a body and the body should vibrate. And then sound will be produced. That's the basic thing of sound. So you are talking, we can hear your sound because my vocal cords are vibrating. Two muscular cords here and there, which are known as larynx, they are vibrating when I'm speaking. And of course, these vibrating objects, anywhere you strike, if Sonam will say, sir, I'm so He-Man, I punched the wall and sound came. The wall didn't vibrate. No, it did vibrate. The wall wouldn't vibrate like, you want to expect it to vibrate when you punch it. Like you did. Do it again. Yeah. Do it again. Very good. Is the carpet vibrating? Yes or no? Is the carpet vibrating while you're sitting, while you're punching?
Yes.
Can you see it to vibrate?
No.
You can't, right? But yes, it is vibrating. Although the guitar string, you can see it is vibrating. You can see, if you see very closely, it is vibrating. If you see very closely, it is vibrating. It is vibrating. Look. It is vibrating. It is vibrating. It is vibrating. But why the sounds are different? All of them are vibrating, still the sounds are different. Why? That I'll come to. That is quite the end of the chapter. But first let us understand. So any vibrating body produces sound, right? Any vibrating body produces sound. Yeah. So yeah, today we are going to study about sound, and we know that, I'm so sorry for this, any vibrating body produces sound. So when it comes to vibration, we have to understand the physics of vibration first to understand sound. Because sound is produced by vibrating bodies, we have to understand the physics behind vibration to understand sound. And to understand vibration, first you have to understand to and fro motion. What are the types of gravitational? No, it's gravitational due to gravitational pull. It is falling down, this gravitational force. It is a linear motion. Straight it is falling, no? If a car or something revolves circularly, that is circular motion. If I go zigzag, that is curvilinear motion. Curvilinear motion. Curve bhi ho raha hai, linear bhi hai. So that is curvilinear motion. But there is rotational motion also. See rotational motion. See rotational motion. See rotational motion. Isn't it rotating? Yes or no?
Yes.
Huh? Is it rotating? So rotational motion. Can you give me an example of rotational motion that we have in our houses but we are not using right now?
Fan.
Very good. We are using during the summer days fan. It rotates, the blades rotates, right? So rotational motion. Why? Yeah, washing machine, of course. The washing machine entirely doesn't rotate, but there are shafts inside it which rotates. What was I supposed to say? Oh, why is there day and night?
Rotation.
Yeah. Because of rotational motion. There is day and night because of rotational motion, of course. And so you know linear motion, so you know curvilinear motion, you know circular motion, you know periodic motion. Now you would be asking yourself question, what is periodic motion? Then I would be saying that a motion which repeats any type of motion, be it rotational, be it linear, be it curvilinear, be it any type of motion, if a motion repeats itself after equal intervals of time, any type of motion repeating itself after equal intervals of time is known as rotational motion. Sir, repeating the motion after equal intervals of time? Yes. Suppose the earth, it rotates, right? But from the point where it starts rotating, suppose, let us imagine the point where I am right now, and let me sit in this particular position from today 7:30 to tomorrow 7:30. So for 24 hours, I will be sitting here, and the position where I am in the earth will rotate and bring me back in the same position, right or wrong? According to the space, with respect to the space, yes or no? And after again 24 hours, I will again repeat it. After again 24 hours, I will again repeat it. Mayank is here. Earth is rotating. Mayank is also rotating with the earth. And after 24 hours, Mayank will be here. Again, after 24 hours, again Mayank will be here. If you don't move from your position, again it will be here. So don't you think this rotational motion is repeating itself after equal intervals of time, and the equal interval is 24 hours here? Yeah, the equal interval is how much? 24 hours. So that is rotational motion. That is what? Rotational motion. No, it's paining, no, this way. So that is known as rotational motion. Is known as what? No!
Rotational.
The earth is rotational motion, but it is periodic motion.
Okay.
What the motion?
Periodic.
Don't laugh. Why are you laughing? Don't you dare laugh, Jia. Yeah, so that is known as periodic motion. Any motion which repeats itself after equal intervals of time. A very lame example, if I slap Jia after every 2 minutes, that also becomes periodic motion. If I slap Mayank every 4 minutes, that also becomes periodic motion. Just the motion has to repeat itself after equal intervals of time. That is known as what? Periodic motion. Anybody is wearing chain in their gala? Do you have a chain in your gala? Can you open it? If you can, it would be very helpful for me. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
By Max Holding.
Yeah.
Now, when you understand periodic motion, I will tell you about a special type of periodic motion with Mayank's chain. Mayank will help me with the chain. Huh. So, yeah, thank you, Mayank. Okay. So, here is the chain. Now, this is like a pendulum. Okay, a pendulum has a single thread. Okay, a single thread. Here you can see two, but a pendulum has single thread. Okay, and a pendulum ke niche there is a tied up ball, small ball, which is known as bob, B-O-B, bob. Now, this example I'll tell you. When you pull a pendulum and leave it, it is going to and fro. It is also periodic motion. Sir, how? Okay, let me explain you how. This is the mean position of the pendulum, where it is resting, right? Now I take the pendulum and take it to an extreme position and leave it. So from here, if you notice the motion properly, it is from here going to here again, to the mean position back. From there, it is going to the extreme position. From there, it is coming back to the mean position, again going to the extreme position. So if I keep it in the mean position and disturb it from the mean position like this, so it is going from the mean to the extreme, back to mean, to the extreme, to mean, mean to extreme, to mean, to extreme, to mean, to extreme, to continue to do. Such a type of periodic motion is known as oscillatory motion. This is just a simple example of pendulum having an oscillatory motion, and the motion that it is doing is known as oscillations. Is known as what? Oscillations. Is known as what? Oscillations, and the motion is known as oscillatory motion. It is also kind of periodic motion. Sir, how it is a kind of periodic motion? Means, is it repeating after equal intervals of time? Yes, of course. Now, let me explain you what is one oscillation. Okay, suppose it is in the mean position. From the mean position, it went into the extreme position. To the extreme position, it came back to the mean position. From it, it went to the extreme position, then came back to the mean position. Up to this much means mean to extreme, to mean, to extreme, to mean. Mean to extreme, to mean, to extreme, to mean. Mean to extreme, to mean, to extreme on the opposite direction, back to mean. This is one oscillation. Mim, M, E, M, E, M. Mean, mean to extreme, back to mean, MEM, to extreme in the opposite direction, E again E, back to M, MEM, EM, MIM, 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 M, MEM, EM, MIM. Okay? So that is one oscillation. Always remember. Oscillations. There are many objects in this world which can go into oscillation. Oscillation ka another name is vibration. The molecules of the solid also vibrates continuously. You have learned this in class 9 chemistry first chapter. The molecules of the solid also vibrates from the mean position to extreme position to, and it continues. That is also oscillation or vibration. This is also called vibration. And I have explained you one oscillation or one vibration. Mean to extreme to mean to extreme to mean. Mean to extreme to mean to extreme to mean. But will it stop here? It will continue to do. Why will it continue to do? Can anybody tell? Due to what? Do you remember inertia of motion? What is inertia of motion? The property of a body or the tendency of body to maintain the state of motion is known as inertia of motion. So because inertia of motion, a body from mean will go to extreme, back to mean, to extreme to mean, and will not stop there and will continue due to inertia of motion. So when a body is in vibration or when a body is in oscillation, it is just not one oscillation or one vibration, it is continuing. Oscillation after oscillation after oscillation after oscillation continuously. Yes, are you getting my point? Due to inertia of motion. A lot of oscillations are occurring. Is this understood or not understood? Is this clearly understood? So other bodies can also have vibration or oscillation. Give another example. Yes, molecules of the solid can mean oscillation. Strings of the or vibration. So you understood what is periodic motion. Can all periodic motions be oscillatory motions? Of course not. Suppose a periodic motion is what? If I repeat the motion after equal intervals of time. If I repeat the motion after equal intervals of time, that is known as what? Periodic motion. Are you getting my point? Suppose if I slap you after every 2 minutes, there is no mean and extreme position there. Is there? Earth is rotating after every 24 hours. Is there any mean extreme position there? No. So all types of periodic motion which repeats itself after equal intervals of time is not necessarily oscillatory motion, but all oscillatory motion is periodic motion. Sir, how? Because when oscillation is happening, I said you that it is not stopping at one position, right? So mean to extreme to mean to extreme to mean. कहाँ और repeat हो रहा है mean to extreme to mean, continuously हो रहा है, right or wrong? So there are many oscillations. So what is oscillations? There should be a mean position and there should be two extreme position, and in between that the body should go to and fro. That is oscillation. And if the time taken to do one oscillation is fixed, suppose यहाँ से start करके यहाँ तक जाता है, यहाँ पे आता है, फिर यहाँ से यहाँ तक आता है, suppose it is 1 second, फिर next second में फिर से ये repeat किया, फिर next second में फिर से ये repeat किया, तो periodic हुआ कि नहीं? But special type of periodic, a type of periodic motion which is confined between the boundaries of two extremes. Which is confined between the boundaries of two extremes. Such a type of periodic motion is known as oscillatory motion. But all periodic motions cannot be oscillatory motion. But yes, all oscillatory motions will be periodic motion, because if it is oscillation is happening at equal intervals of time. So it is periodic. Is this clear to everyone? Absolutely clear. Is there any doubt, anything?
No.
So if I ask you, write down a question. Give a ring sound. Given sound, write down what do you mean by periodic motion? Same question, give example of natural periodic motions. Can you give example of natural periodic motion? Jia, Mayank, anyone? Can you give example of natural periodic motions?
Natural.
Huh?
Earth rotating around the sun.
Huh?
Earth rotating
Earth rotating after every 24 hours. Yes, says Nehanshu sound. Earth rotating after every 24 hours. Clock is based on the principle of pendulum only. Okay. Clock is not natural, clock is man-made. Beating of the heart. After every equal interval, the heart beats. Today, Snehanshu, no, not today. Are you getting my point? Huh? So, beating of the heart, rotation of the heart. So, what is periodic motion? Give some natural examples of periodic motion. Written? Then write down what do you mean by oscillatory motion or vibratory motion? Give example of it. What do you mean by oscillatory motion or vibratory motion? Give example of it. What do you mean by oscillatory motion or vibratory motion? Give example of it. Written. What do you mean by oscillatory motion or vibratory motion? Give example of it. Written. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by one oscillation? What do you mean by one oscillation? Explain it with the help of a pendulum. Explain it with the help of a pendulum and diagram. Explain it with the help of a pendulum and diagram. Help of a pendulum and diagram. लिखा? Explain it with the help of pendulum and diagram. लिखा? One oscillation. फिर लिखो. Give another example except for pendulum.
Same question.
Next question. Give another example except for a pendulum where there is oscillation or vibration. Give another example apart from pendulum where there is oscillation or vibration. ये था. Where there is oscillation or vibration. Written?
Yes,
And written up to this much.
sir.
So what are the questions? Read out, Zia.
What do you mean by periodic motion?
Okay.
Give examples of natural periodic motion.
Hmm.
What do you mean by oscillatory motion or vibratory motion? Give example of it.
Hmm.
What do you mean by one oscillation? Explain it with the help of a pendulum and diagram.
Hmm.
Give another example apart from pendulum where there is oscillation or vibration.
So these are the questions you have to do. You have understood? Acha, next question. Can all periodic motions be oscillatory motion? Give reason for your answer. Or give example to justify your answer. Can all periodic motion be oscillatory motion? Give example to justify your answer. Oscillatory motion. Give example to justify your answer. Done? Now if you have understood without taking any help, you can replay the stream. It is in WhatsApp. Okay, but without any help except for my stream, you have to write down perfect answers of these questions. Is this clear to you? Thank you. Please write down and show it to me.